Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Julie, JATS Trading Strategies. Walk you through who we are, what we do, and how you can get this great indicator, the PT indicator that I talk so much about. First, a little bit about JATS. We are a custom indicator and trading template developer for the Ninjatrader ecosystem, and we use the Ninjatrader platform to develop the indicators and trading templates, as well as their data provider, Kinetic, who we recommend. And I also can recommend Rhythmic as an alternative. They both work very well for the platform. I'm using Kinetic and Rhythmic, both. I'm also a third-party vendor for the Shark Indicators BloodHound and Blackbird add-ons for NinjaTrader, and use them to create the trading templates using the JATS indicators for NinjaTrader platform. The NinjaTrader ecosystem is very comprehensive and provides quite a bit of education and access to a library of open source indicators, as well as proprietary third-party indicators and programmers, indicator developers and programmers. So feel free to look around for webinars and other information. If you're not familiar with the NinjaTrader platform, you can download it and get started for free using it. If you would like to trade live, then you would need to connect to their data provider and hopefully open a brokerage account, or connect your broker to their platform. They can talk to you about who they authorize as a broker going into their platform. Right now, if you do open an account with NinjaTrader, you can trade micros in March for free, commission free. So that's a great bonus, and that's with the purchase of a lifetime license, I believe. So again, you'll need to get data also if you want to go live, but you can download the platform and Kinetic for free and test it. The JATS indicators are not for free, though. You could get a subscription instead of making a actual full purchase. The indicators are available for a lifetime license, and the PT indicator is available on a subscription basis. Also, you can, like I said, search for any other app that they have in their app center as part of their ecosystem. So really a nice little community for indicators for the NinjaTrader platform. And if you'd like more information about Rhythmic, they have a website that you can visit. Shark Indicators, likewise, you'll need to get a separate license for BloodHound and Blackbird if you would like to use the indicators for an automated strategy, or just to code a strategy for yourself. You can use BloodHound by itself. The PT indicator is built on the concept of the bell curve. So if you can grasp this concept, think of origami paper where you can just fold it in half. We're basically trading 50% of the bell curve. So even though this PT1 area is 68%, we're really interested when price breaks the 1 and starts moving to the 2 and the 3. And this is a very small percentage compared to the middle 68%. And in the 68%, you can see that we have two equal sides of 34%. So if you can understand this overall bell curve, concept, then you can envision putting this on a weekly time frame or an hourly time frame, or your first hour of trading time frame, separate from a 60-minute and or a Globex time frame, just trading the after-hour Globex session has its own bell curve. And that's what I have done. I have put this PT indicator together using these time frames and nesting them together. So the ones are pretty much representative of that 68%, And when you see that price isn't trading inside the ones, it's just subject to be rotational up and down. However, when price breaks the ones, as it did here, that's when you might want to consider taking a strategy to go outside the range to the targets and or trade a trading system to help you do that. And there's many different ways to do that, to set it up. You can just set it up to exit the one and take a target, take your target at the level. Works very well. Or you can design any other manner of methods of entering the trades. When I'm in a larger time period, like the 15-minute, what I like to do, for instance, is wait for price to retrace, like the bar opened here and retraced down. I don't know if you can see that right here. You can see the tails, the wicks. Pull this back over. Oops. Bear with me here. There we go. Spread this out so we can see it. You can see the bottom wick on these bars. And a strategy can be used using the statistical methods for the time frame that you're trading to take the retracement statistically. And that's what I have designed in this little Blackbird template, using this BloodHound template that I just created for this demonstration outside the PT1 Globex. So I'm going to save and close that and adjust my logic. Okay, the program will calculate your algorithm and run the calculations that you've set up. The software is very easy to use. I have a template that I can give you, but again, I would stress that you use your own risk. You don't have to use all three techniques that you can elect to just use one. But the way that I've got this set up with the three, taking the ranges dynamically, whether it's in the RTH or the Globex session, generates a very good result. This template I just created in about 2 seconds. I'll show you the template. Here is the curve distribution, and you can see that it is a pretty nice little curve. So you may want to come in and see what happened on the drawdown day to see if you can correct the issue so that doesn't reoccur. These are not meant to be canned out of the box strategies. This is just techniques of using the strategy from the indicator that you can access through the Ninjatrader platform, just using the indicator. And again, this strategy is just using the indicator when the slope is long for short trades, long or short. So the slope is long for long or shorts, but if the slope is short, it's okay to get a short trade as long as that short trade is above the Globex PT1. So we are depending the trade to be above or below the Globex PT1. Let me show you what that looks like. Anything above the Globex PT1, you'll get a permissive signal. and then we can require the slope to be long, so long slope only, so you see that there's no short slope. You can differentiate the long and short slopes easily. And that you can also require that short slope be for short signals. So you can see down here at the bottom, there are no short signals above the PT1, but so it's directional and requires slope. The long signals, so you can elect to go short vol on long signals. So I'll help you. I've got the solver set up for you already. But when you plug everything together through your AND node, that's simple, you get the directional strategy that you're looking for. And again, the algorithm just waits for price to retrace a certain distance before entering the trade. And when we back test it using this technique of separating out the RTH from the Globex as far as volatility, and during that time frame specifically for the RTH session separated from the Globex will be a smaller range. So that helps customize the volatility that the indicator's taking these quantitative levels from the PT indicator directly, using the PT indicator for the time frame. So the template's set up for you, and you can back test yourself and then customize this to perhaps backtest further using your own methods. Like I said, go back, look at the outliers, try to find out what happened. So here are the good short trades below the PT1, trade to the outer targets for a short trade. Or a long trade going above or below the Globex PT1. And instead of entering on the market close, it's also requiring the bar to retrace. One thing I didn't show you is on that bar retracing, I also can shift it to the high or the low of the bar. So instead of just on the bar close or the bar open to start the distance calculation, I can automatically dynamically shift to calculate above or below the high or the low by that statistical level using the PT indicator. And again, you can change these levels to Fibonacci numbers or 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, whatever. Anything you would like. This is totally customizable, but you're just requiring a little bit of a retracement once you have a directional move outside of a range. You know that you're going outside the range because your slope is going up, and there you take the trade dynamically at that time. You could further, put your own moving averages on this. You could put other conditions and filters. This is just this isn't meant to be an algorithm. You don't want to share what you're actually trading, because then they would just crush your trades. So keep it QT for yourself. Use your own risk management. Do your own due diligence and back test using the software and the starter templates that I'm going to provide you with the indicator if you have the BloodHound and Blackbird. Alright guys, or you can just dynamically trade it directionally yourself in the platform without BloodHound and Blackbird, or you can code it yourself. You have access to the plots. So if you are a programmer, then you can code your own signals using the PT indicator plots. Alright, thank you so much. Y'all have a great weekend.